Hi, I'm Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. Working on the Humvee high-low camper and making some progress. So let's talk about the build right now. So I got seat heights set, and what I did was I utilized the lower seat base from the Humvee and took off the upper wedge. And these seats I got off of Amazon. There'll be a link down in the description to my store of pretty much all the components that went into building this. Almost everything in this truck was bought off of Amazon just because it's easy, safe, and it shows up at my door. So back here, kind of got all of the wood in, and I put the wood down here, and those are stuck in place with a Sikaflex 291. And that's down and looking good. I just did a quick coat of paint. Underneath all of this also is, what is the name of that mat? It's over here, Kilomat. So I got about a half a box in there, and I'll be putting some more in some of the other spots. And that just takes out a little bit of the ring and everything of the vehicle. In case you have not been following the vehicle, what I did was I built a, basically put a 2-inch body lift on the Humvee, and we'll go down here, take a look. That all ties into the frame. 2x2 by quarter wall coming out. The rock sliders I fabricated out of 2x2 by quarter, and then I came in here and hollowed out the B pillar and set that up to have 2x2 by 188, which is the rest of this square tube frame. And just like I normally do, I installed this over that, which would make sense on the nodes, but ended up having to move that back because I'm a 6'3", 235-pound dude that's going to get in this, and I want to be comfortable driving this down the road at longer distances. Real quick, you can see the doors on this are the light armor, and the windows are actually, let's see if I can get one up. This is the used window. All the rest are brand new, but they're about 1 inch thick, and then the fronts are 1.5 inches thick and weigh 128 pounds a piece. I'll work on getting this trans module mounted, and so far I don't have a whole lot configured for this area. I'm thinking maybe tools and some foam. I like to carry a drill, an impact, impact as well for lug nuts, and a cutoff wheel and sander. That kind of gives you a good thing, as well as basic hand tools, because as you know, you really need to be able to fabricate when you're out. And I'm building this as actually a 4-wheel drive overland vehicle that's going to get used. So I have the Hutchinson beadlocks on it with the 40-inch Yokohama tires, the Geolanders XMTs, and I'm reading that to you as we're going down the road there. I've set this up. So how this is going to work, this is the inner shell, and I'm basically going to do an outer shell, and then on linear actuators, when you get to where you're going to camp, you're going to push a button, and basically this outer shell is going to travel up 30 inches, and then I'll have flip-up sides for the places that don't cover. So the plan is right now is to make this thing 100% hard side all the way around. Laying out the back, if you haven't been following, the spares are 40s also on spindles. You can see how much stuff there was there that fell out. I had already mocked up the winch. It was at an angle. I didn't really like the way it just aesthetically looked, so I cut it out, and I'm going to raise that up because my thought process is I want a little door where I can kind of open that up and then fish the cable through the wheel and then back up and through. And so I can winch these back up into place. And to do that right, I really need to have the winch where I can get under it and around it. So that's what that is. Once again, I got all the wood in. So we'll move this water tank, 22 gallons of water. I still have a final Sikaflex to do down the center here, but I left this open right through here as the drain. So as you'll take a shower, the water will run off, go down and fall through. And I'll probably do a small little teak bulkhead here just to keep that separate, and then that'll have a shower curtain. Kind of setting up this back half as the bathroom. Love the way that's turned out. Leveled the toilet. You know, you're never going to be 100% level, but that's going to work, I think, really, really well for almost everything. Thought process right now on the water tank is I have room down low here, and I thought about fabbing it up down underneath. What I don't like about that scenario, see if I can look at you guys, is it's basically outside. I'll insulate it and it'll be sheeted, but it's outside. So at some point in 22 degrees, 28 degrees, somewhere in that region, it'll probably won't have enough parasitic heat to travel down, or heat travels up, but enough parasitic heat to keep that from freezing, which always sucks. So that's why I've always went with a water tank inside. But being that this is a four-wheel drive vehicle that I want to actually go out and wheel, Moab, Mojave Trail, just do some real type challenges with this, I want to keep the center of gravity low in that. That being said, bed's going to be right here and go forward all the way up to the seat, so that'll cover that area there. You can see where I have that taped off, fabrication trick. You start laying out tape and seeing where you're going to put stuff. So that's going to be set up for the harnesses to come through. I think I have one of those out right here. These are the same harnesses that were in my Can-Am X3 XRC that I absolutely love. They're on an inertia reel that makes them super cool. Got to figure out how to fish all of this through this little hole. I didn't think about that. So if you're going to order seats, think about the size of the hole for the type of belt you're going to put in it. But somebody put this together, so that didn't go in first. So I'll probably take a heat gun and heat all of this up, collapse it on itself, pull it out, and then open it up, run the harnesses through, and then reinstall that on the thin part of the belt. But my thought processes for the truck is to come in, sit in here, and then if the ramp is up and it's cold weather conditions, that'll just have a nice transition and crawl through there. Passenger seat set up as well as I can get it for what it is. I'm 6'3" once again, and I can sit in it and have total comfortable. And that's kind of what I set it up for, because I know if I set it up for me to be comfortable, my wife will, and she's 5'1". Let's see, we'll move to the other side. You can see this is kind of going to be the location for the oven and the sink. And then right on the other side of that is going to be the Snowmaster up above all of the 900 watts of lithium ion phosphate battery. Excuse me there. Super stoked with packaging. One of the things I really enjoy about this type of journey is the packaging piece, because no matter how big Oscar Mike, 28 feet, there's not a wasted square inch in that thing. There's not a wasted square inch in this either. So went big on batteries because I just got my Electric Motion Escape XR. Super stoked with that. I'll be leaving tomorrow in Oscar Mike to go out to the desert. For those of you that don't know, Oscar Mike is my expedition truck. So I'm going to be doing some more videos there, testing that, and doing some cool drone footage and GoPro of that. Back to the Humvee. 300 amp hours a piece, lithium ion phosphate. I'm going to package this Ames controller, of course, a little higher. This is just a mock-up right now, so it won't be sitting on the batteries. There will be a crossover that goes across the batteries and holds those in place. I'm thinking I'll do the charge controller low also. And then the refrigerator is going to come across here, which is the Snowmaster Expedition Series, which I happen to believe is the best refrigerator that I have used. And I've used quite a few of the brands, and really nothing beats the quality and the thickness and the coolness and the amp draw on this. My little GMC Canyon adventure truck sold yesterday to a really neat client. Picked it up, paid for it, it's on the road. So this was the first day waking up without it, and my soul was driving away as he left. That truck has been so good and such a great, well-proven platform that just made it easy. If I had a buddy that says, hey, we're going to be out in the desert this weekend, it'd take me maybe 20 minutes to grab a few little things, because everything just stayed in that. And it was so easy to just jump in it, so easy to drive. And that's what I'm trying to replicate with this Humvee project, is trying to replace that. This won't be as comfortable to drive. It may or may not be as reliable. I sought out when I was looking for this platform. I got the, what is this, 1165 A1 with a 6.5 turbo in it, 4-speed. And then this motor only has like 900 hours on it, so I'm super stoked on that. So that equates to about 5,000 miles, so it's brand new. And I think the only reason they got rid of it, it had a little body damage in the rear, and I was good with that. So worked out really, really well. Super stoked on this project. So yeah, adventure truck is gone. This is the replacement, and I'm super thrilled with how this has turned out. It's actually a pretty neat process to go through and solve all these little problems. This right here is for the fuel, and I think that might be stuck down a little bit. So that's fuel door access. I still left that as access. That'll go down and get screwed in place. Then I made a little cover. I usually do padding, and I'm going to in this, but I always use the Herculiner to encase the wood 100%, so you're not having any problems. If you had a leak or if you spill inside, you're not going to ruin all your plywood or anything like this. And I used birch marine grade, and then I put the Herculiner on it. I think I have a can of that. Once again, that'll be on my Amazon store. I think I'm on my 12th can of this stuff now, but that's what it looks like in black. That doesn't cost you any more to use my link. If you see something that you follow the link and see something you don't want, if you end up buying something on Amazon, I get a little bit of credit for that, like a whole % or so. I'm talking about the back door. This will be framed up to match this at this level, so it'll kind of just hide the bathroom as the ramp drops down. It'll make the ramp lighter. I'll still be able to put my electric motion, or my KTM 500, or a mountain bike, or my Stark Varg. And yes, that is finally in. It's about 2 weeks out right now, so I'm trying to make arrangements on figuring out how I'm going to get out there and pick that up, and I'm super stoked on that. 80 horsepower gray Alpha. I had changed at the last minute to a 60, but they had already shipped the 80, and so I'll take the 80. It's probably better for resale. I probably won't keep the thing forever. But I think 80 will have a better resale, but I don't think you'll ever need even 60 horsepower on that bike from what I've been seeing. Okay, back to Humvee. Let's talk about a little bit about the process here, the life process of this. I work every day. If you watch my Instagram, it looks like I ride my bike and go for runs and walk the dog and just out chasing butterflies all day. But the truth of the matter is I get up, I do some social media, I come out, hammer down on this. If it's a rainy day, it's all day on this. If it's a nice day, I'll put some time into this to get warm enough to go put in 35 to 50 miles on the bicycle, and then back and working on this. So you're going to see a lot more content coming. I have a younger, it's actually two younger men in their 20s, and they want to start their own fab shop out of the garage. So I'm going to be doing a specific series on his first question. Steven, his first question is, if I have $1,000 to spend, and I've already consulted with him and he's already getting stuff in, what would you buy in your fab shop for $1,000 to get you going? And that's a tough one to break, but I always steer people towards the Everlast product. You can see I believe in this, and this is not a sponsored ad. Got Everlast there, I got Everlast there, the new Typhoon 330. I've had the 230 also. Awesome welders. But yeah, starting them out with a Everlast MIG welder. I'm going to see if I can get one of those in so I can show you guys the settings, and it would be perfect for building a project like this and starting your journey on that. So got a lot of that type of stuff coming. You can see I'm up in the game, a nicer shirt, wireless mic. So hopefully when I spin the camera around, all of this works really well. And just trying to step up the game a little bit and bring you guys really good, true content. And I will never try to point you in a direction of something that I don't use and don't 100% believe in. So that's going to be it for there. Talk about the Harbor Freight bead roller. So that's where I rolled all of this 3-roll, not a bead roller. That's where I rolled these arcs. And I did that just using the standard wheel. And I had it stuck in the ground there, and it was wearing me out. And I just used the 2-inch dies to do it, and they came out within about 1/8 of an inch of true, which is good. But I went ahead and ordered Swag's Off-Roads roller for 2-inch square, because my thought process on that is I'll roll the bins because the outside is going to be really important because it's going to show. And I think what's going to end up happening is this is going to get cut off, and that's going to go straight and then down, and then I'll build a hoop over that with the outer shell because it'll be a little taller, and that'll be easier to make that flip-up panel work without having to follow that arc. So, but back to this, I ordered this pipe threader and utilizing that, and that's working really good to roll arcs. It's taken the process from about 35 minutes and 135 heart rate to about 4 or 5 minutes and maybe 100 heart rate. Just makes that whole process easier. And I got that mounted on a scissor lift motorcycle stand that I use for a lot of different projects that work really well. And those are actually on my Amazon site also. I'm trying to upload everything I use in the shop. And if you guys don't know and haven't been following, please like and subscribe if you would. Please comment. Tell me what you would like to see more of, what you're excited about. But I sold off most of the shop, and I decided, like, when I came back from King of the Hammers, that I don't have, I felt like a part of me was missing, kind of like the truck leaving. I'm getting over that. But with inside the shop, I felt like I had this Arc Droid, not sponsored by Arc Droid, not sponsored by Everlast, but I had the Arc Droid and the 60 plasma cutter and had that set up. And I sold that to two young men that were starting a fab shop in their garage. They just wanted something that was set up and ran. I made I basically came out even on that. And I decided I couldn't live without that. And it's not even set up yet, but that makes things so nice for a garage fabricator to be able to draw apart and cut it out in just minutes. And I got other videos on my channel on how I did that and how I set up the unit. And I'll probably end up doing another one on this because this is their X2 that allows you to slide this trolley and make longer cuts, which I'll probably use for like an Adventure Athlete logo. Also got a computer in here that I replaced. It's in there somewhere, the ThinkPad, and that's got Fusion 360 loaded up on it. And that should be a nice deal to draw on. And, you know, like you just look around here, pretty much everything either came from Harbor Freight, Everlast Direct, or Amazon Direct on the Everlast. Pretty much everything I do just shows up at the door, and I absolutely love that. These fabrication tables have worked out super strong and really make nice parts on them. So questions, comments, Humvee, are you guys excited to see that done? I know I am. I am going to be going out and doing trips, so it's going to be back and forth. I'm not looking to just go through this because as I take a little bit longer to think about things, driving down the road or out riding, I come up with better ideas of how to do things, and that's part of the process of fabrication. Basically, you're just solving problems through metal cuts and welding, bending, arcing, rolling. It's the same thing. You just get out in the garage and learn something every time, and I absolutely love that skill set, and I'm glad I did not give that up. So there'll be more of that. I'm going to try to break things into different days. You know, Thursdays is going to be more motorcycle content. Because the local track at Glen Helen is open on Thursdays, so that'll probably be my easy go-to. And I'll be doing some more stuff on the Stark Varg and the Electric Motion, as well as the KTM 500 EXE. That's been a wonderful motorcycle, and I'm glad I built it, and that might be my last gas-powered bike for a long time. We'll see. But that's going to be it for now. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and if you made it this long, please hit the like, subscribe, or be a hater and leave me a crappy comment. That's going to be it for now. I'm Tim Roble, and I'll catch you here next time.